Lisa Carruthers has been chair of the Hills Relay for Life Committee for several years. She is active in the business charity sector of the Hills and brings that experience to her role as the chair.
Jenny Glover shares that role with Lisa this year. She has been an active member of the committee in a variety of roles for many years. Jenny has also been involved in organising one of the additional relay activities, the Relay Gala Ball. Now to both of you, why are you involved in relay?
You first, Lisa.
Okay, I'll head off. Okay, great. Well, I was introduced to Hills Relay for Life when I was working in the Hills Business District a while ago. I think it was 2014 now, through the local Sydney Hills Business Chamber. So that was a great way to before then I didn't even know what relay was, so that was really good. So my family and I came along to that one that year. I was a sponsor for a couple of years. And then I ended up joining the committee as sponsorship back in 2016. Mm-hmm. And my family and I found that relay was a really good way to honour my mother who had cancer. And since we have joined relay, we've unfortunately lost a number of family members, and it's just been a really good way for us to be able to fundraise and support, I guess, do it in the honour of our family and friends that have had cancer.
Absolutely.
Well, I joined probably just after Lisa, but my first involvement was through Hills District Little Athletics. We were asked to enter a team and do some fundraising, which we still do today. And then a couple of years later, asked to join the committee. And then I guess my reasons for staying involved are, like, the first one is personal in the sense that the women in my family typically are diagnosed with cancer in their 60s and pass away before they're 70. So I see being involved in relay as a way to, actively contribute towards fundraising that goes to research that will hopefully give my children and grandchildren a longer, healthier life. The other reason is the sense of community that's created at relay. You get people that come from all different walks of life who come together for a common goal, and that's really quite inspiring and quite moving to see that.
Absolutely. Thank you both for sharing. I think a lot of people can connect with those motivations, who come to relay. So Lisa, you've been chair of the organising committee for quite a while now. What is the team you work with like?
Yes, so it's been a while. This is my 6th year as
the
chairperson, and this is the first year we've had a co-chair, which has been great for Jenny. Jenny's been helping me with the behind-the-scenes chair work, which is actually quite a lot of work. Look, we've got an amazing committee, and really, I love to be able to describe them as they're all passionate, hardworking and dedicated. Obviously, all of us band together. We all have one to focus on our shared goal of a cancer-free future. And it's great that all of us get together, get along really, really well. A lot of people call us the committee that never sleeps, because we do really, it's not just May. It's for us, it's a year-long body of work. It takes a lot of time to produce this 24-hour event. We are one of the biggest ones in Australia now, and it's a lot of work behind the scenes. We have a lot of amazing committee members. Everyone's just fantastic to work with. I'm sure Jenny will agree with me on that. Very hard-working people. We just, we all band together really, really well, which is just fantastic, as you would know, Chrissy.
No, absolutely. Given how much work would go into organising an event like this, I can imagine. And Jenny, how can people get involved with being a part of this relay and being on the committee?
Well, I guess there's 2 ways you can become involved. I mean, the most obvious one is joining the committee, and we welcome people from all walks of life, all levels of experience, all ages. There's a number of roles that need to be filled, and and they're quite varied in the skill set required to do those. We have ceremonies, we have entertainment, logistics, we have sponsorship, registrations, and all of those roles require one or more people to come together and make them happen. The other way to get involved is if, being on the committee, as Lisa has alluded to, is it is a big time commitment, and that's not for everybody. So the other way is to become a volunteer on the day. And, the things people can do there is, there's the set-up on the Friday, there's pack down on the Sunday, and then on the day, there's organising raffles, there's supervising things like the kids area or
yeah.
the inflatables, serving morning tea for the survivors and carers. So, it's, if you want to be involved but you can't commit to the committee, then that's another way, and if people are interested, then, I suggest that they reach out to, the Cancer Council New South Wales and they'll put you in touch with our team.
That sounds amazing. Sounds like there's a lot of ways that the community can get involved this year.
Yep.
Now, another question to the both of you. Can you give us a brief overview of what's happening at 2026 Relay?
Oh, we certainly can. There's plenty happening, isn't there?
I know. We could talk for days.
So much happening. Okay, so as we said before, it's a 24-hour event. So we kick off on Saturday morning with our opening ceremony, which is fantastic. And then we have the first lap of our showground. So Castle Showground, we have a track. And the first lap is dedicated for our survivors and carers, and we like to call them our VIPs of our relay, and that's fantastic. And then they walk off behind a lone piper to what we host, which is Survivors and Carers Morning Tea, which is held in the Harvey Low Pavilion, and that's going to be fantastic. So we've got a great little mini committee, I guess, that looks after that, and they'll have entertainment and morning tea in there. And then the main laps will start around the showground. It's very much a festival atmosphere at our relay. Like, we get all walks of life. It's fantastic. It's a huge community event. Harvey Low Pavilion's going to feature a lot more this year, Jenny. What have we got happening in Harvey Low this year?
Well, in addition to survivors and carers in Harvey Low, we're going to have we're putting together like a history exhibition.
Oh, wow.
Of relay over the years, so that'll be photos and relay shirts and hope banners and all of that kind of thing. We're also going to use Harvey Low for some of the fight back activities, so things that we need a little bit of like a quiet space for, so like meditation and those kinds of things are going to happen in Harvey Low as well,
which will be really a great way to utilise Harvey Low more than we have in previous years. Also have a new addition trackside this year. Cancer Council New South Wales are doing a tent called the Health Hub, where they're going to have a lot of different items in there and be able to get more into the community as well as what they actually do at Cancer Council New South Wales. We still have all of our on-stage entertainment happening. Bev Jordan's shaving her head at 2:15, isn't it, Jenny? Yes, very excited about that.
And Zumba with Nina is back.
Yes.
Oh, we love the Zumba. How exciting.
Yes. So everyone, we've also got our on-track events. So we've got, what have we got? We've got boxcar rally.
Oh, we've got hat parade.
You can pick up your boxes to decorate from our team information nights, which is starting next Tuesday, which is always a big event.
Awesome.
And we're hoping to have a mascot lap.
Yes.
So we're hoping to get like the police mascot, the emergency services mascots. And if other people have got sort of things that sort of represent them, then we're hoping to get them to come along and do a mascot lap during the day too. And
this year we've also got inflatable darts, basketball and cage soccer trackside as well. Ooh. So I'm sure we're going to see lots of competition across all ages for that. And then obviously as we wind down towards the evening, we have our Hope ceremony, which is our beautiful candlelight ceremony where we turn all the lights off and really honour and remember all of those people. And so that's going to be really lovely, and that's one of our, favourite parts of our relay. Then we have obviously our major raffles being drawn.
Yeah.
All Get Out's the band, they're back from 8 p.m.
That's correct, and they'll play through until about 10, which is our curfew for the evening. But then we roll into the silent disco.
ABBA hour.
Exactly, ABBA hour. Who doesn't love it?
Yes, love that. And I'm sure we'll see a lot of onesies depending on the weather as well.
Correct.
And then Dog Morning's back Sunday morning to round out the 24 hours. Awesome. We're always very action-packed, aren't we? It's great.
That's incredible. It sounds like it's going to be a action-packed 24 hours down at Relay. Now, Lisa, is there anything new or special happening this year to celebrate the 25th anniversary of Hills Relay?
As Jenny has already mentioned, we are utilising Harvey Low, so there will be basically a across the years of relay exhibition that we'll be holding. We're also holding a special ceremony that will be at midday on our main stage. We're inviting all of our past chairs, including our first chair, Kathy Aird, from 25 years ago. Yeah. So it's going to be really special to have everyone together. We'll also be having a cake cutting ceremony as well as entertainment there. So it's going to be really good. And that's mainly our, just after our survivors and carers morning tea finishes and everyone comes back onto the track, and then some people always usually come a little bit later to stay so they can stay for the candlelight ceremony. So I think it's going to be a great time of the day to have that ceremony. So that's going to be very special.
How amazing. This sounds like a relay you cannot miss.
No, please don't miss it.
One more question to the both of you. What part of relay are you looking forward to most this year?
Jenny, you know, I went first.
Okay, I'll go first. It's a tough question. I mean, I always look forward to the Hope ceremony. I think it's people coming together to remember sort of loved ones who are lost, but also that sort of message of hope that we want to carry through. But this year I'm also looking forward to the 25th ceremony that we're doing, having back the old chairs and some of the old committee members. We've got people who are still actively involved, who were involved in the first relay, who are still actively involved now. So that'll be a really good time to recognise those. But there's also other things that, like I guess, moments in time. So, when the survivors and carers take off behind the piper, I think I always like that. Or, the last lap of the day and we have the Castle Hill Marching Band, lead the committee, and then everybody, and and then the committee pairs off and sort of thanks everyone for coming. I always like that. And or my personal favourite is 2:00 in the morning, walking the lap.
Oh yeah,
the hope sign sort of lit up there, and I think that's it's a nice, like for me personally, is a nice time to just reflect. So I can't pick one. I'm sorry.
No, that's all right.
Look, I always have they're teenagers now. They were really small when we first started, but this year will be, I think, more special for my family because my father-in-law's just finished his cancer treatment. So for us, it'll be more around the hope bags. Usually we've only ever had one for my mother, my aunt and my cousin who we lost to cancer. This year we get to add in their pa, and I think that's already they're already thinking about that. So I think that's going to be really special. We are hoping that my father-in-law can come to the relay for the first time, even if it's just for that part of the ceremony. So I think that'll be really special for us. It's definitely one of my favourite times. Like if you haven't heard David Sanders sing at candlelight, oh my gosh, you have to get down to the showground. I'm pretty sure it'll be really amazing this year. But to be honest, just to see everyone standing around, all the lights dimmed and just the candle bags lit is such a beautiful and moving part of our whole weekend that it really is. And that, as Jenny has said, the sense of community. Some people only come to our relay just for that. It is just so heartwarming and so emotional, and I'm probably going to get emotional now thinking about it. But to be honest, and some people only come because they've got survivors or they've lost people, or they have everyone, but everyone's together at that moment in time just for that one particular reason. It's just, isn't it? It's just definitely my most favourite part of the whole relay is the candlelight ceremony.
Yeah. Look, absolutely. Thank you both so much for sharing that with us. I think definitely sounds like something we cannot miss, and we are so excited to see what's going to happen on Showground this year. But thank you both so much for your time. And
thank you for having us.
Look forward to seeing you at Relay.
Oh, absolutely.
Thank you guys so much.
Seeing everyone. Thank you.